morning everyone, happy new year, and welcome to my first video of 2024. At the start of every new year, I like to take time to dial in and focus on the direction I want to take my work, and this year I decided to do a big investment into my creative business, a brand new M3 Max MacBook Pro. The reason I made this purchase is because I traveled a lot last year, and my previous computer just couldn't handle editing videos on the go. This is a realistic day in the life while I'm scrambling to get ready for this big trip coming up, so let's get the day started. Lately, I've been making a real effort to get outside of the house and do some co-working with friends, as I find a change of scenery to be very refreshing and easier to focus on my work. Today, I wanted to spend some time at a popular cafe in my area, but there was a lineup out the door to even get in, so that wasn't going to work. I'm going to be flying to CES in Las Vegas in a day or so for my first time ever attending the event, and oh man, I'm so excited. But first I need to finish this video, get some admin work done, and pick up some last-minute equipment before the event. Luckily, the camera store nearby had exactly what I needed, so after a quick stop, I grabbed my items and continued the day. Huge shout out to Henry's Camera Store for coming in so clutch. So one of the biggest changes I've made coming into 2024 is how I manage all of the scripting and day-to-day work for all of my videos. I used to be a hardcore Apple Notes user, but I found that when you're making 300 pieces of content between short and long form videos, things tend to get messy really fast. I'm still fine-tuning all of this, but at the beginning of the year, I started a migration over to Notion, which will be the new home of everything to do with my content. Currently, there's a section built for both short form and long form projects that helps me keep an eye on the status of anything that I'm working on at a glance, and so far it's been helping a lot. This system will eventually be the dashboard for all of my sponsored work, upcoming events, brainstorm and deep dive sessions, and much more. So once it's closer to finished, I'll put out a separate video for the entire workflow. And huge shout out to the homie Rillo, who hooked it up with a really nice starting template that I'll continue tweaking over the coming weeks. Also, how well does this new mic sound? I love that you just plug it into the hot shoe and it just works. All right, I gotta get out of here now. Okay. It's been a long day, but I'm back home for the evening now. I'm getting a little bit of extra work done before I have to get ready for my trip. After using this thing for several hours today, it didn't even break a sweat. I think the battery life is still hanging around like 90% or something crazy like that. On a heavier day, I'm sure that the battery would drain a lot more, but even when editing some of my longer YouTube videos, it drains a lot slower than what I would expect. When it comes to fingerprints, yeah, there are some, but it's not as bad as the midnight color. I don't know if you can actually see any popping up right now, but I don't regret getting the black at all. I think that it looks really nice, and I'm curious to see how well it ages over time. Now, since this is the first video of 2024, I wanted to do a super quick Q&A to close this video out. What's the best Apple product you've gotten your hands on? Two come to mind instantly, and that's the Apple Watch Ultra and this computer. Seriously, like these two things I think are just as close to perfect as you can possibly get them. How do you plan the ideas for your videos? Honestly, over time, you just learn what works and what doesn't. I've been doing short form videos for about 1.5 years now, so you just kind of start to learn when a video does well, why it does well, and vice versa. If something does bad, it's probably just not the best idea, or maybe you packaged it in the wrong way. So it's just this constant game of refinement, trying new things, and not getting discouraged when things do poorly. Streamer arc when? If you didn't know, I actually used to do live streaming long before I did the tech niche, so this is something that I actually would like to do more of again. I'm working on a really cool project that you'll see a lot more of in late January, early February, so hold tight for now. What tech are you most looking forward to see at CES? Really good question. I'm really looking forward to seeing big advancements in the EV tech space. I think that every year you're gonna just see bigger and better things from a lot of the different auto manufacturers, and it's something that's caught my eye a lot recently. Beyond that, I feel like a company like Sony is always someone that brings their absolute best to an event like CES, so I'm really looking forward to getting to check out some of the things that they've got going on. My flight for CES is literally in less than a day, so I need to make sure I get this video edited. There will be some comprehensive content coming from CES. Don't you worry about that. That's gonna be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.